Before I start, Isaac Gunstraw, is Isaac Gunstraw in here? Excuse me. Hey, Isaac Gunstraw, he is a brilliant politician. Alright, now, you may have heard about his Minor Currency Reform Act, made it into the gold platform, didn't pass it as a bill, but you see, it's had influence nationwide already. I mean, I went to the Capitol and it cost me $3.50 to buy the pennies they're minting now. Yeah. Now I see the way they tell you not to drop them off tall buildings. You could cut a guy's arm off. So, I'm Zachary. This is my first time at iGovern. I love it. It's amazing how many different things you can do with the week. You could be a senator, an ambassador, a member of the House of Representatives, running for president. You could do pretty much anything except be a Democrat. It has been truly wonderful being with all of you. I don't get the chance to hang out with teens my age who believe the same things I do politically up at where I come from, the Soviet Socialist Republic of Vermont. I believe there's another Vermonter here, at least one. Now, you may have heard I ran for Blue Party president earlier this week, but you probably didn't, because the media didn't report on it at all. I mean, we all know they're biased. But I did pretty well, I think. I had 2 votes, and one of them wasn't even me. If my supporter would care to stand up and identify themselves, but otherwise, if they wish to remain anonymous, I don't blame them. Let's see. My campaign was mostly about this Federal Reserve bill I was proposing. Did you hear about it? Did I tell you about it? You know, I probably did, so why don't I just read it to you again? And the second time I need you to all understand this very well. This has been a great campaign. I mean, all the main presidential candidates and their vice presidential nominees, did such a great job. They're very distinct. Each of them are memorable. I'll never forget all 5 of them. 6! But anyway, this bill I was proposing that I centered my campaign around, and I've been working on it this week. I got a lot of support from it from, other campers, presidential candidates, this confused cafeteria worker. I had this other bill that I proposed, which was about Narnia. I don't have it with me, but I could give you a brief synopsis. Basically, it's the first part would put a tax on any immigration from here that you hear from Narnia. The second part would define collaboration with the White Witch as treason. And the third part would forbid the acceptance of any titles of nobility from Narnians, such as King or Queen of Narnia, King or Queen of Archenland, Tarkan, or Caspian, followed by any Roman numeral. I love this bill. I loved this bill. I made it, I wrote it all down the morning before I came, printed it out, brought it. I submitted it, it got reviewed by some House committee, and my dear friend, my good friend, Molly Kleck killed it. Why'd you do it, Molly? It was my child! It was too young! That was my baby. Murdered my child. Now 1 week old, and it was going to Patrick Henry College. Do you think that's easy? How many toddlers have you seen going to college? I mean, they don't usually arrive in manila folders, but nonetheless. You know what this heartless young woman said about my bill? No, she said she voted against it because it wasn't real. Well, let me tell you, Narnia may not be real, but I researched this bill and it was scrupulously constitutional. I don't think I'll talk about her reprehensible actions anymore. I mean, if she's not sorry yet, I don't think she will be. I forgive you, Molly. I don't like criticizing people. I mean, and maybe that's why I lost my presidential campaign, because I wouldn't go after my opponents. But the thing was, I refused to sling mud gathered from the quagmire of negativity that my esteemed opponents wallowed in like filthy swine. joke's on you, Molly. I can just walk into the wardrobe, and when I come out, since our timeline doesn't correlate with theirs, it'll be a year later. I can repropose the bill at the next iGovern. So, you know, this is only my second time in Virginia in my whole life. I'm really glad to be here. I haven't been to the south part of the country very much. I was hoping even to go to Nashville, but I couldn't get there. I took a running start and I couldn't leave. Let's hear it for these teachers. Haven't we had wonderful teachings this week? I love all the Old Testament references. The Old Testament I absolutely love. And you know, but one thing is, when we read the Old Testament, we kind of detach ourselves from the way they act. They think, oh, I would never act like those Israelites wandering in the wilderness. I don't know. I don't think that they were much stupider than we are. Let me show you. I can just picture them wandering in the wilderness, texting on their smartphones, going on Twitter. Ugh, one more day of traveling back to the promised land. Manna again. Hashtag chosen people problems. Updating these scenarios. Imagine what it would be like if they were happening now. Like, I can just picture, say, Andrew Ferguson's waiting in line for the cafeteria. Lucas Mason comes up to him, and he's saying, okay, so it's like Esau and Jacob, you know? Lucas Mason comes up and he says, bro, I'm so hungry, but I don't have the $10,000 I need. You gotta lend me something to get in. So and Andrew says, oh, all right, I'll give you it, but you gotta surrender your position as Orange Party hack. So it says, yeah, what good is my position as Orange Party hack if I die of hunger? He goes, so yeah, that's pretty much the same scenario, I think. And Lucas goes in and he eats some pancakes that fail to comprehend him. It would result in our money looking a lot more like this. You might be sorry that you didn't vote for it. Anyway, so I also liked the story that we heard yesterday about how the Moabite army, which I believe they had a few allies, after Jehoshaphat came, he was going to have to fight them, but they ended up killing each other. And the spoils, it took them 3 days to pick them all up. Not to mention the rest of the week they spent filing FEC forms. Before I close, I think I'd like to tell a joke. I didn't think it up, I'm just adapting it for my own skit. Alright, so you've heard about these recent IRS scandals where they've been auditing conservatives, targeting them, trying to shut them down. You've heard about them, right? Yeah. Alright, so I heard about this story about there's this elderly conservative man, and he got audited. And so he walks into the auditor's office, and the auditor, he's this liberal, you know, trying to destroy him. And the man's rich, and he says, well, the auditor says, well, sir, you have a very extravagant lifestyle, but yet you claim you have no full-time source of income. We find this very suspicious. And so the old man says, oh, nonsense, I'm just a great gambler, and I can prove it. I'll bet you $1,000 I can bite my eye. Yeah, and the auditor's thinking, whoa, this is one kooky right-wing geezer. I think I'll make an easy buck off of him. He says, yeah, you're on. So the old man takes out his glass eye and bites it. That bothers the auditor, you know? So the auditor, so he's standing there thinking, oh no, I just lost $1,000. So the old man says, hey, you want to make it back? Bet you $2,000 I can bite my other eye. The auditor gives him a good look. You can tell he's not blind. So he says, all right, I'll take you up on it. Takes out his dentures, bites his other eye. The conservative's getting money out of him. So the old man says to him, all right, I'll tell you what, you want to go double or nothing? I'll bet you $3,000 that I can stand on your table, or no, $6,000, I can stand on your table and pee all the way into that wastebasket on the other side of the room. The auditor's really desperate. I think so. Maybe there's a way. Maybe there's a way he can't. So the man gets onto the table, and he tries, but he can't. He just pees all over the auditor's table. Now, the auditor is really happy now. But he notices the lawyer that the old man brought with him to the audit, he has his hands over his face, he's sobbing. The auditor says to him, "What's wrong?" The lawyer says, "Before we got here, you bet me $25,000 he could pee on your table, all over your table, and you would be happy about it."